Good afternoon. This is Terry Marcus with the Yaya Collection, and I'm going to show you how to put this card together. I have it in Design Space for those of you that are Cricut users, and I will put the link below so that you can get the file, but I'm going to show you how it goes together. I've made a couple of versions, and today I'm going to make a Christmas version. So let's get started. First, you'll need a piece of paper, and I use 110-pound cardstock that is 4.5 by 11. And then you're going to score it at 3, 6, 7.5, 9, and 10. So you'll put it in your scoreboard like this and score. And then you'll just fold it. So this is the 3. And this is the 6. Seven and a half, 9, and 10. So it'll look like this when you get done. So this is where you'll write your message, and then this is what we'll decorate. So the first piece of paper that you need, I did solids. So we're going to put solids along the back here for your base. The first piece is a 4 by 2 3/4. And you'll just center it on this square. Your second one, so you'll skip that. Your second one is 4 by 1 1/4. Again, you'll center it. And then your final one is 4 by 7/8 of an inch. And then you use your designer paper. Now I've cut this 3/16 of an inch smaller in both directions. That's just the little line before it's 1/4 of an inch smaller. If you want to do 1/4 inch, if that's easier for you, then fine. So center it and try and get a nice little frame around. If you use a directional print, make sure your direction is correct. All right, so now your card looks like this when you fold it up to mail it. So the next thing we're going to do is, I used the same red, and I made a square that's 3 by 3. On top of it, I'm going to put a piece that's 3/8 smaller. So when you're mixing patterns, one of the things to remember to do is that they're a different scale. So you'll notice that this stripe is a much smaller size than the bows, the bows and bows that I used. So yeah, I could put a third pattern in here, and I actually will when I start decorating this. And you just want to mix the scale of your patterns. So this little square is 2.5 by 2.5. And then this one is 2 by 2. All of the print pieces are 3/8 of an inch smaller all the way around. So now it's time to attach these. This first one you're going to attach so that these corners are even with this bend here. See how it bends? So you're going to glue it down where it's in the center and it's even. So it cuts that diamond in half. And it will sit up like that. This one you will put to the bottom of this red right here, or whatever color you choose. And then you just want to make sure it's centered here and that it's straight up and down, so that these corners are the same distance up here. It's touching the bottom of the red and it's in the center. And I actually do it this way so that I can put a little pencil line here and know how far up to put my glue. So you want your points to line up. And then you'll do the same thing with this little guy. He'll go to the bottom. He'll be centered. So again, if you do it this way, then you can draw a line of where your glue will go. So that's how you get that look. Right now you can decorate it with whatever you want. I've made this little tree, and here's a third print. Again, it's a different scale. It's bigger than this, but smaller than that. And I'm gonna put my tree there, but I'm gonna pop it up. When you put something on, remember that this is going to fit in an envelope. So maintain this perimeter. It can hang off, but it can't be any higher than this or any further out than that if you want it to fit in your envelope. I hate when I make a card and I forget about that, and then it doesn't fit because it goes over the edge. And you can see this card goes together really quickly. So I'm going to put him off to the side. And then this is Joy. And I'm going to pop it up too. So I'm going to put the Joy to go off over here. And then here's a little poinsettia. Let's see if I can get this little guy to work. You don't need a lot of glue. And by putting the tree on one side and Joy on the other, that kind of helps balance out the card. So now I'm going to put my poinsettia just like that. And then let's see about decorating it a little bit. I think I'll use some enamel dots. Put one in the center of my poinsettia. And let's use this green. With the Joy. And I always do everything in odd numbers. It's more pleasing to the eye, and it's just kind of one of those rules of design that I learned in design school. So there you go. So when they receive it in the envelope, it'll be like this, but then they'll be able to set it up, and you'll be able to put your message on the back. So that's how you put this little card together. I will put the link to Cricut Design Space where you can download and cut this on the Cricut, but I've given you the measurements also if you want to cut it by hand. So enjoy this little step card. It's been fun to make different versions of it. Thanks for joining me at the Yaya Collection. If you haven't subscribed, please take a minute to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this and you learned something. I hope you have a great day and happy crafting.